Hello, everybody. Thank you one more time for having us today in this show with the attorney Margaret W. Wong, who has a good time right now with her 45th anniversary working as an immigration attorney. She never worked in other areas of the law. She always was focused on the immigration field, trying to help people. Maybe she felt like she wanted to help people that came to the United States with dreams and hoping to try to get a new life, a better life here in the United States. And since she made it, she was able to think that we can make it as well. So thank you so much, Ms. Wong, for your dedication through all these 45 years and the big impact that you have had in the city of Cleveland as well and many other cities. Congratulations, Ms. Wong, one more time. And thank you so much for having us. How are you doing today?
I'm very good and thank you.
Thank you so much, Ms. Wong. And I wanted to mention about how much people love you in the city of Cleveland, because I saw a video yesterday. It is actually posted in our Instagram account. Ms. Wong is a very important part of the immigration court or the Ohio Supreme Court in Cleveland, but also in the Chinatown in Cleveland. Um, when you go through all of that, bringing those remembrances to your mind, what do you think? How do you feel about that?
It's really interesting because through the years, the practice of the law have changed. There was a time I still remember when my kids were young, because American embassy in Korea, in Hong Kong, and China, in those days in India, they talk to lawyers like us. But on the other hand, though, it's really not fair because, for example, you have an Indian lawyer talking to American embassy in India, or a Chinese lawyer talking to American embassy in China, not so much Hong Kong because they like their own people. They always feel there's some sort of fraud, that people like us, we're really not real Americans. So I still remember getting up at night. And sometimes I'll purposely make my baby cry because if they see a baby crying, then they remember, that we are also mothers. We're not just immigration lawyers. And the 12 hours difference, I would call Korea our time, American time, between 2 to 4 o'clock, which is all England. It's before 10 o'clock or after. So depends on the time. So a lot of times if they hear that you also are a working mother, so times have changed. In those days I still remember a case where I did when the mother and the father saw me and wants to bring their newly married daughter-in-law to come to America. And I knew the parents for a long time and never thought to ask to visit with the son because the son was like maybe 19, 20 years old. So the son, it turned out, was very slow, have sort of is a high functional autistic person, and I didn't know that. So I filed all the paperwork, and during the interview, it was denied. So I said, "There's no reason because it's a first marriage of both. Both of them speak Chinese." So I called the office. In those days, you could talk to them actually. So I called them. They said, "Oh, I don't know if you know." It turned out the Chinese letters that the boy wrote the girl, it's not written by him because it doesn't look like he knows Chinese because he's born in America. I said, that's weird. So I met with the boy myself. It turned out it is. So I called the officer back and I argued that autistic child could get married. Autistic child could cohabit with a girl. I mean, it's not like they could not sleep together. So I fought that case for long. I was young, so I fought for it. It turned out that officer also have an autistic brother, and that's what he said. He said, "I don't believe my brother will ever get married. I don't believe my brother will ever could know what's love and have the capacity to marry someone because all their decisions made by the parents." But I finally got the wife over after 2 years. Now they have three children and they're still living in Cleveland. So I'm like, oh my gosh, So I actually about 10 years ago, I wrote, I'm sure the officer is no longer there, it's 30 years ago. I wrote them a letter. I said, I still remember, and I see them in Chinatown. I see the kids now. I mean, the kids are like really old. I mean, in the 20s now. So the grandchildren of their parents. So these are nice memories that you see people and say, "Oh my gosh, I did it. I brought them here." It's
Yes,
very
and thank you
nice.
so
Yeah.
much, Ms. Wong. And we're starting to get questions from our audience, but don't forget that you can call the phone number 216-279-3984, 216-279-3984, yeah, and you can talk to Ms. Wong. She has a lot of experience, over 45 years of experience, and her anniversary was 2 days ago. So you can go and see some of the biography of Ms. Wong and how many thousands of families she has helped every single year. So if you need information about our 9 cities where she is giving consultation, just call 216-279-3984, 216-279-3984. Ms. Wong, the first question today is, can I change my tourist visa for a work visa if I am in the United States?
The answer is yes. On tourist visa, you can change what we call adjustment of status to that of a student visa, to that of a H-1B, O-1, E-2. Yes, the answer is yes.
Thank you so much, Ms. Wong. Yeah, this is a very clear answer. With how much time in advance do we need to start working on this possibility of changing our status?
Yes, you cannot switch a status until it's after 90 days. That's always been the rules, but President Trump made it serious. You cannot change your mind until after 90 days. But on the other hand, your tourist visa is only good for 6 months. So definitely you need to file something with immigration before 30 days before the expiration of your tourist visa. So you have that window of about 60 days to file.
Thank you so much, Ms. Wong, for this answer. And don't forget that the phone number is 216-279-3984, 216-279-3984. Marisa Chacon is sending a question. I don't know if you want the answer in English or Spanish, but let me know in the comments, please, so that Ms. Wong can answer your question. The question is anything for mother, 20 years here, never trouble, always do my taxes. My older kid is 17 and I get here with tourist visa. I got here with tourist visa and I stayed here. Thank you and God bless you.
Thank you. Good question. If you came to America on a tourist visa, you never left and come back illegally, when the kid is USC born kid is 21 years old, he or she can help you adjust your status. And you do not need to leave America to come back with that work permit and that tourist and that green card.
Okay, thank you so much, Ms. Wong, for this answer. So, please give us a call. Maybe we can start working on your case. Ms. Wong can start working on your case, and she can give you some details of what you need to do in order to get an immigration status. But it looks like you enter here with a tourist visa, never left, so it should be a good possibility. The next question, but before I mention the next question, don't forget that you can call the phone number 216-279-3984, 216-279-3984. Ms. Wong, are you going to Columbus tomorrow, right?
I'm going to Nashville tomorrow.
Nashville tomorrow,
Yeah,
and next Friday is
Columbus.
Columbus. So
Yes.
please give us a call. I heard that someone from Arkansas was texting you. So the closest location that you can go if you want to see Ms. Wong in person is the phone number 216-279-3984, and you can see her in Nashville. So she will take care of your immigration needs in that city. Or also Memphis as well is closer to Arkansas. Um, the next question is, how bad is it for immigration to file taxes separately? Even though I'm married, I have asylum pending, so I have work permit, but my husband doesn't have his work permit yet. He has a tax ID, but we don't want to affect the credits of our children.
Okay, that's a good question. So there are two ways to do it. There's tax benefits. As long as the word married is there, you can file married and separate. Just put his name there, but he doesn't have to sign because you're filing tax returns separately. That's more a tax issue. Do you save tax by filing separately on joint? So don't worry about it. You can either file joint, married and joint and married and separate as long as the word marriage is in there. The married word is in there. Do not file as single and do not file as head of household. You'll be fine.
Thank you so much, Ms. Wong, for this answer. And don't forget, if you need more information or maybe your attorney is not giving you the answer you need, just give us a call 216-279-3984, 216-279-3984. Um, Hi, good morning. How about the new proposal for about Dignity Act program?
That's the 60-day proposal on public charge, right? So basically, it really revert back to the Bush era and the era like Reagan Bush. It's really good. It talks about if a foreign-born have U.S. citizen child, the child could get benefits. It would not affect the parents, but it really doesn't affect the 10-year cancellation cases because those cases are discretion. And also, it doesn't affect the tax return because the old law is you could, as long as you're supporting your nieces and nephews that's living in Mexico, it's legal to add them. But the new law is you're no longer legal to add them, so don't add them. But the Dignity Act basically says that if you are pregnant or if you were very sick, it's okay. It would not affect you getting a green card or benefits in America if at that time you had public charge, as long as there's no cash. There's no cash, like you did not take cash money, it should be okay. It really did not change the basic humanitarian um, public charge rules, but they just make it more formal by asking for 60-day comments.
Ms. Wong, about the 944 form that came up in the last 4 years with the former President Trump, which was removed after a while, and we are only talking about 864, which is the affidavit of support. Are we going to have something like the 944, or
No,
is not coming up?
absolutely not.
Okay,
I mean, I
that's
would like not, but a lot of times it's discretion though. They can talk about all the laws they want. Anytime you apply for green card, apply for citizenship, apply for 482B, apply for 482A, they are all discretion. So the law can say whatever they want to say. All they have to say, deny on discretion, I'll be doomed. Because discretion means that you can appeal, but they just don't like us. They don't have, I mean, they should give us a good reason. So we say they violate discretion, but discretion is hard to overcome. So it's always nice to get a 10-page denial because then you identify the issues, you fight the issues. If they give you a one-page saying discretion, then I'm like, whoa.
okay. Thank you so
Mhm.
much, Ms. Wong. And how long is it taking to get the work permit approved? I got the receipt for CO8 in January 2022.
Oof. They're still not approving cases filed in March or April of 2021. Right now, there are millions of cases pending. There are like 8 million, according to the Boston Globe, 2 or 3 weeks ago, there were like 8 million petitions pending. 2 million is behind. So right now, it's very, very slow. Make sure your boss know, the driver's license know, because without that, your boss may fire you or the driver's license may not extend the work permit. Also, if you're driving without a license, but you already have the receipt of the work permit, when you go to court, instead of paying a fine, explain to them that work permit is delayed, so you cannot extend it. And the judges normally are pretty nice on postponing the hearing, so you don't have to pay the fine. So whenever you got the 180-day notice, you can always go back to the driver's license bureau, extend it for 180 days. You have to pay like, depends on how much is your license, like $80, $60. And then now you bring it to the court, for the traffic court, and show the judge.
Thank you so much, Ms. Wong, for this answer. Don't forget that the law firm of Margaret W. Wong and Associates is turning 45 just 2 days ago. Is the 45th anniversary, and she has built offices in 9 cities of the United States: Atlanta, Chicago, Columbus, Cleveland, Memphis, Minneapolis, Nashville, New York, and Raleigh, North Carolina. And you can find more information at www.imwong.com, or you can call to make an appointment 216-279-3984, 216-279-3984. Next question is person from Malaysia. I am a senior lecturer for the last 14 years here in Malaysia. My faculty is marketing. I have a PhD degree. How can I do to migrate to the United States?
That's a good question. You're probably asking questions on the national interest waiver, the NIW new law that just came out 2 or 3 weeks ago, and the O visa. You have a PhD, but O visa and NIW, it'll be nice to have a stamp, the science degree, but you are marketing. So, but depends if you have been teaching in a university for more than 14 years, depends on how many articles you have published, and also you have a PhD, you may want to do an O visa anyway to come to America because most lecturers and university professors uh, could get either the EB-11, EB-1A, which means that you have extraordinary talents, and it doesn't have to be STEM. It could be marketing and stuff, and also and or the O visa, or you can come as a tourist visa here, see if you can get a job offer and do a H-1B or student visa or J-1 visa. There's a lot of ways to go because you're so highly educated. And congratulations, America want people like you who's highly educated. And not only can you work in America because America have a shortage of workers, highly skilled workers, and also they need people who's willing to work, who's because the more work you do, the more you pay out taxes, the more you can invest in our real estate, the more you can make our schools better. Because once you buy a house, you pay real estate tax, and real estate tax, the majority of that go to our school system. So it's like a snow effect that you make America better.
Thank you so much, Ms. Wong. And this is a very true answer about the professionals and the specialists that this country is needing due to the shortage of people working. Some people just don't want to work. And some companies are going crazy because they want to hire people, but they don't want to work for someone else. So it's very difficult. The next question is from Hajendra Patel. Says, I applied for STEM OPT in June 16 and I got RFE on August, but I never received RFE letter. I contacted USCIS Customer Care Center and they told me to write a letter to Vermont Service Center. I did. I wrote them a letter. After 190 days, I see online they denied my STEM OPT. In this case, what can I do because I never received an RFE copy? I have the same address since I applied for OPT.
I feel bad for you. Normally, once you call a supervisor, they would also email you or mail you another copy. I don't know if you got it. So all you have to do is keep exact diaries on so and so day. I checked the web and no information on so and so day. I saw on the web that the RV is requested on so and so day. I still didn't get it on so and so day. I called them on so and so day. They told me it was I saw on the web is denied. On so and so day, I called them. They told me they send me a copy. And so identify each thing, and then go back and also talk to your FAFSA program. You paid a lot of tuition. Your tuition paid for the foreign student advisor who works in a university, and you must be highly educated because you got STEM. And also look at the new law, national interest waiver and O1 for STEM professionals, but definitely go ahead and get a copy of RFV, explain to them why, and I'm sure it's an easy response. They may want to verify um, your hours of working because it should be a full-time job, or your salary, or ask for some information about your STEM because for example, information system is a STEM, right? But they just added 22 professions on the STEM program. It's also on the web. I would respond and fight the case.
They told me my EU visa file and STEM OPT on Vermont Service Center, so they can't send me online. I have to write them letters only.
Okay, so explain that to them also. So now your letter to them, you may even want to do a 290B, because U visa is totally secret because it's a victim of crime case. So sometimes you make sure you have the same number, because U.S. immigration people, they really subcontract out these, and people don't make too much money. Even though you think you're working for the government, you're not. You're working for subcontractor who works on these cases. So I would make sure the case number is correct. Don't mix up a U visa file with a stamp file. U visa is more a file, as a perm file, as a permanent file, perm file. Stamp is a temporary file, so you may not even have an A number. So make sure you use the same number. I would do a 290B, maybe, or do a letter if you want to save some money. It's about 600 some dollars. Do a 980B and exactly do what I just told you, and tell them they couldn't even send you online because it's I think that's silly. So write them a letter. Keep documents clearly. I think you'll get the stamp approved, because as long as the company you have is e-verify, you get it. You'll get it.
Thank you so much, Ms. Wong, for this answer. And the phone number is 216-279-3984. Don't forget that Ms. Wong is going to be in Nashville tomorrow, Friday, the 25th of February. And next week, she will be in Columbus. And the following week, Ms. Wong will be in Atlanta on Thursday, and Friday, she will be in Nashville. But you can make your appointment, your person to person appointment, on the phone number 216-279-3984. 216-279-3984. The next question, Ms. Wong, is: I am from Ukraine. I am married to a British citizen, but my mom is resident permanent here in the United States. My husband is here with a work visa. What is best for us, to continue with the work visa or to have mom file for me?
I feel very bad for you, because both Ukraine and England, they have they have very fast priority. The only reason why you marry someone, I mean, aside from you loving them, is only from China and India. Because, for example, an Indian married a Hong Kong person, then you can use his labor cert or her labor cert with the Hong Kong country of birth, so you can get a green card 1.5 years. In this case, your husband is Brit, but he only have a work permit. Your mom is a green card holder. I feel bad, because green card holder could have filed for you in 4 to 5 years. You would have gotten a green card, but now you're married and your mom only have a green card. So she would no longer be able to file for you until she becomes a citizen. Then she needs to file for you, which means delays the case. That became a family three. I feel bad. I don't know if your mom filed for you before you married him, but once you married, that case is no good. So your family to be is gone. Depends on how and when mom become a green card and when would he become a citizen. You may have 245I. You also didn't tell me how old you are. You might as well continue with work visa, because now she can no longer file for you. So one way to go back is to see if you have 245I, if mom, what kind of work visa you have, and if mom filed for you when, and if your mom may have 245I, you may have 245I, and see if you can get a fast green card. But it's too late now for mom to file for you. Mom should have filed. You should not have married. That's what I would have done.
Thank you so much, Ms. Wong, for this answer. And well, if you need more information about this case, Ms. Wong, is there a possibility of probably asylum case or
Yeah, but
TPS for?
he's from Britain. She may have asylum because of the war now, but it depends on how it's the personal nexus, because the connection of the connection, I'm speaking Spanish now, the connection between the harm has to be on one of the five grounds: nationality, race. So even though Ukraine is maybe at war at the borders, if she lives very far away, like the Nigerians, right? The Catholic girls are being abducted, but that's more from northern Nigeria. So if I'm from the south and I'm not even Catholic, how does that relate to me? So so we have to look at it. But he's a Brit, and you married a Brit, which means that he could have gotten you landed or citizenship in England. So that's a firm resettlement issue. So it's not undurable. You're right, maybe, but and also it seems like you are legal, because a Brit, they can always enter on an ESTA, or they can do an E2 visa. then maybe she can follow if she married him. If it's an E2, she also have an E2, she can also get a work permit.
Okay, thank you so much, Ms. Wong, for clarifying this part of the question. The next question is, hi, I entered through the south border. They let me in, they gave me a phone, and I can't go any further than 75 miles. What happens if they call me and I don't answer? It is really, really annoying. I really want to get rid of that phone.
Oh my gosh. I think, hey, I don't know how old you are. You may be only 16 or 17. I think you're so lucky to be in America and you came undocumented. So please don't tell me you're annoying. It's not annoying. It's a privilege and an honor to even come in and be given a phone and to report. So, number one, you need to change how you think. Number two, you're probably very young. You need to go to school. Number three, absolutely report. You're 24. Why is it annoying? You're so lucky to be in America to be able to report. They could have deported you back. I don't mean to be rude, but I think this is not appropriate. I mean, I'm just, if I'm your grandmother, you're 24, I could have been your grandmother. I think this is annoying in America is a very negative word, maybe because you don't speak the language and you think I think it's just I think it's not annoying. The fact that you got in, and of course you need to work. We all need to work. So either work illegally or file for something. And depends on why you came to America, what country you're from. But absolutely, you cannot complain. It's annoying. I think it's such an awesome thing you got in. Remember the first second. I still remember the first minute, the first second, the first 5 minutes when I came to America. I remember exactly what airport I landed. I remember how I was holding my little sister's hand. I just felt, oh my gosh, I'm here. I'm starting my new life. And I was 19. And I felt so honored and privileged to be able to stay. And you're already 24. Please don't tell me you are annoyed. I want to hear you have a good job, you're fighting to get your green card, you're fighting to support your family back home, and you're happy to be here. And that's how you should rethink is all here in your mind. You have three things. You have a mind and a brain, you have a heart and love, and you have your gut. You are here in America. Use it. And don't get rid of that phone because then you became a fugitive. Even one day, if you get a green card, America may not give it to you.
Ms. Ron, this person is asking, in how long can I work?
You're illegal. You're not even supposed to be working. You're not supposed to be here. You need to work as long as you could, save all your money and go from there. I mean, that's my answer. We all work illegally, but don't tell people you have a green card, you're an American citizen, because that's a crime. Um, if you need to get a driver's license, go somewhere that you could get a driver's license without a work permit. Uh, Make sure you have no DUI, no pornography, no sex with minor, because a lot of people like us, we don't know the law in America. We thought prostitutes, sex is legal. It's not legal. So learn American culture, learn American law. You can work as long as you can until immigration pick you up. Then you can file for a work permit or file a work permit now. Go from there. And I congratulate you for being in America. And please don't think it's annoying. It is annoying to sit here for half an hour, help people like you who doesn't. I'm sorry, I don't mean to be rude.
Yeah, thank you so much, Ms. Wong. Well, some people just need to, something we need to learn when we come to the United States, even more if we are professionals, is that my brother used to tell me a word when I was just landing here. He would say, here we are nobody, but we are not just nobody. We are someone who has to build a new life, and that kept me motivated because sometimes we are arrogant or we have ego. We have like, I am a doctor, I am an attorney in my country, I am an engineer, and we want to hit people with our titles. But the reality is that we need to be humble, and one of the first things we need to learn once we get here is to be humble in this country, because nobody cares who I was in my prior life. People will care about who I am now and what I'm willing to do now. And it's about learning, Ms. Wong, in this country. Thank you so much for having us today, and I'll see you next week.
See you next week.
Tomorrow we're gonna have the release of the attorney Francis Fungsang talking about the H-1B visa process. It's already on YouTube, but I will share the link on Facebook for tomorrow. So, Ms. Wong, thank you for letting him talk about that, and thank you for sharing your knowledge with us every Wednesday and Thursday on this live show. And take care, have a good weekend, and safe trip to Nashville tomorrow.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. And for you all that are joining us today, please, if you need to talk to Ms. Wong, give us a call. The phone number is 216-279-3984, 216-279-3984. See you next time.